they've been thrown a bone, and now they're carrying it around and thinking that being mean and cruel and nasty towards women is what gets them women.
What are you
which
talking
is
about?
like very stupid to me. It's very stupid to me.
Well, you even know where red pill come from?
You can't tell me my opinion is wrong.
Do you know where red pill comes from?
It doesn't matter. You can't tell nobody their
does
opinion
matter.
is wrong.
Oh,
So I know it can be abused.
Okay, so why won't you acknowledge certain things that you know to be true just so you could be combative?
I'm not. What I'm saying, what I notice about you, particularly Nikki, you lean very.
You ain't noticed nothing about me because I ain't saying nothing.
You don't hold accountability for men at all. I hold accountability for both sides.
You don't know me.
That's the difference between you and I.
The only difference between you is I've been watching you for over a year and you've only seen me maybe once.
Fan. A fan.
No, not a fan. The fan is for this show. But I actually do. I like the nuances on the show.
Yeah.
And you are a very pretty girl, but your spirit is very ugly.
Yo, too, what's good? What's hood, man? It's your boy VReacts, bumming at you with a brand new video. Hey, man, today we got a banger, man. Today we got Anton Daniels, dog. Y'all know what that means, man. Somebody get on his nerves, and I could bet money that it's gonna be Miss Jazz Noel, man. I don't know what kind of glasses these is. I don't know what kind of glasses these is. But baby, that ain't it. Stupid. Chill out, fool. Nah. But yo, this is the Anton Daniels talking about the red pill men ruined my relationship shit. And you know, the fact that these females say that the red pill ruined their relationship, it means that most likely they are an undesirable woman. But we gonna see. Y'all already know, cause y'all seen the intro. If y'all like the intro, be sure to like the video. Cause if you like the intro, you gonna like the video. Comment you got something to say about the video or me. Subscribe if you're knowing forward the content, man. Without further ado, let's get into it, man.
What is going on with the way men are talking to women these days?
Oh, it's the red pill content, and it's now so officially widespread and unavoidable that whilst it was originally aimed at people in like their 20s and high school, middle school years, it's reached people in their 30s and 40s, and I want to talk about it today because I've started to notice it too. Although in fairness, it really started to pick up and gain traction around like 10 years ago, so males in their 20s are now in their 30s and approaching their 40s, and this is how you ruin entire generations and spans of males and dating for everyone. And if you're not familiar with red pill content, it's a lot of things now, but originally started as like male, like gym bro influencers trying to like teach beta males how to get women, but they would teach them all the wrong things so that they never actually got women, and they would be continually reliant on their channels. But a huge problem with that.
I don't know if she knows, but if something is not working, it wouldn't go up. It would actually dwindle and die down. So the fact that 10 years ago it started and it's bigger than ever now means that obviously is working. It might not be working for you, but it's working, okay?
Besides the fact that men are literally just keeping each other down, is that women also have to deal with the outcomes of this, because it's teaching them to treat women like garbage, and apparently that's how you get girls, which obviously never works. And it became so prevalent that I literally gave up on dating a few years ago because it was so irritating to deal with such horrible little men.
That's crazy. That's a crazy clip. And you want me to tell you why? Because most of the men, successful men that I know, got red pill. I got red pill. Kevin Samuels red pill me, bro. I'm a whole different dude than I was before Kevin Samuels, bro. So it's just funny.
Okay. Do you guys think that red pill men are ruining relationships of today? Nikki, Angel?
I'm gonna say hell no.
No, I do not.
You don't think these men that are on these podcasts, having a mic, saying what they're saying, preaching what they're preaching, what is that? The Tonight's Conversation guy. We have other podcasters. You don't think that's kind of brainwashing some of these men at times?
Give me an example of give me one example of what you think may be a little bit extreme.
No, it's not extreme. It's just their talking points. It's some of their Oh, go ahead.
So for me, I just think that man it's just a little soft right now. I think that, and this is going to be probably a little confrontational, but I really just think that women have ruined our communities. I also think that it's a product of us being single and dealing with the stuff we're dealing with, single motherhood. And it's a product of our society. We raising emotional men. They don't have anyone else to look up to. And I think that we have a voice, and people have been listening to us for decades say the things we do denigrate men. And I just feel like it's okay for men to have a space.
It's
I
valid,
do
Nikki.
think though that some of the rhetoric that they spew, I think, is definitely a detriment. So for an example, to give you an example, maybe what Q would be talking about is, oh, to get a woman, you must ignore her or ignore that B, or you know what I mean? Don't if she's going on a date with you, don't spend no money on her or give her X, Y, and Z test, right? So I
Yeah,
don't
like,
necessarily
what's
think
bad about
red
that?
pill, I guess,
Wait. What part of that don't work?
Nah, facts. Like, what the?
When I think that's what I'm saying. I don't think that we as women realize how far we have pushed men to just have a voice. You get what I'm saying? I think that it's gotten to the point where they're just like, okay, now some of that is, I mean, some of it's right. I'm not going
It's women's fault. The men ain't men.
Yes.
I won't say
yeah,
that
with a bit more context, depending on that situational, but for the most part, just from what I'm seeing, if we talking about overall, I say it's everybody's fault. First of all, I want everybody to take accountability for the BS. That's what I want. But that's not going to happen because I think that we have been empowered and emboldened for so long to just operate out of our emotions, and the men been kind of just like happy wife, happy life, you know.
Facts.
And
that's facts.
That's just not cool because sometimes we can be a bit irrational.
I ain't gonna lie, that's facts. That happy wife, happy life shit came out. Niggas just said, make sure your wife happy, and you're gonna be happy. You know, that's a saying off of the feminism, though. This is funny that they saying our red pill ruining relationships. This should actually be, is feminism ruining relationships? And I want to see what they would say to that, because that's really the thing that's ruining relationships for real. And people saying it's not. People pushing that to the forefront like this is a good thing, and saying red pill is bad, when in reality, feminism is the bad thing. So it's just, yeah.
So I don't think that men should cower down. I think they should stand up. I even think that, for me, it would be beautiful if we can go back to the old days where men would no way possible let these gangs take over our streets. It just wouldn't happen. Because they would get out there and they wouldn't be dependent on, well, where's the white man and he gave it to us. You ain't selling dope on this street.
No. See, guys have wised up. Go, Angel.
Yeah, they're not doing it.
I think the red pill community.
Hold on. Go ahead, Angel.
I can say this with a lot that I see, especially with me being as young as I am and experiencing
how old are you?
Talk to the different men and stuff like that. It's like,
how old are you, Angel?
24. Okay. I feel like I feel like women have done a lot to men, and I feel like men are now trying to take back their worth by I've recently just learned about this red pill dude. So from the ones that I have heard was they don't spend money on a girl, don't text her back as fast, stuff like that. And I feel like it's a way to not be in a way, it's a way not to be
a simp.
The woman's
a simp
on call person.
A simp.
You know, because women, I feel like we I don't know how to explain it. But in women, we so quick to.
Bruh, what she's trying to say is that the red pill content is helping men not be simps, because simps is the reason that it's this bad. The simps is the one that's validating the women behavior. So the women is behaving like it because of the simps. And the real men wasn't stepping up throughout the past 50 years since the 70s. Let's keep it real. It's been happening since the 70s. Even if you listen to the music, bro, the R&B back then used to be singing to the bitches, telling them, please don't go, please don't. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it was saying, please don't leave. Like, what? Nigga, you could replace the bitch. But no, that's what they was rapping back then. So that's what all the females was hearing. They started to think they was really the prize. And then they started to overinflate their value. Like, it's nothing wrong with a female feeling like she the prize. There's nothing wrong with that. If she's actually carrying the characteristics and doing what she has to do to be the prize, you feel me? But it's when they overinflate they the prize and start saying they the whole table and that they everything. When in reality, a female that knows she's the prize is knowing that she's the best helpmate that a man can have. That's the prize. If you coming with that, yeah, you can call yourself the prize. Cause I'll take it. I'll take that motherfucker.
I don't know, like want them to do this and that, and like for them not to text you back as fast, or for them not to buy you something first just to see what you're gonna do or how you're gonna present yourself to them is another reason why they're like taking a stand on doing something about, you know, like just living in their like masculine areas and things like that.
Like about me, the Birkin culture.
If it wasn't a market, like if everybody was satisfied and all guys was being successful and all of that, then y'all saying it wouldn't even exist, right? Because think about it. You can't create a market for something where people have no interest in. All right, let's go back. Do you realize that every single song in the 90s was the opposite? It was dudes begging, baby,
I just said that.
baby,
That's crazy.
please.
Yeah.
Please don't go. Whatever.
Amen.
Yeah, they've been begging forever.
They've been begging since the 60s.
As they should.
I mean, so no, they shouldn't. Q.
No, they
Yeah, that's what
Think about it. Think about it. The guy that begged y'all is not the guy that y'all want.
He the one, man.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. I feel like too, even out with the songs now, I feel like it's to kind of placate the male ego a little bit. And I will say this: it's easy to
Our
say
egos need to be high. If the man ego is high, we gonna feel like we can do anything that we want to be able to do. As a male, that's what energy you want to get. Because a man that feels like he can accomplish anything really can. Just look at it in an aspect of the black community, bro. The reason why the black community is so like unaccomplished is because they feel like they unaccomplished, bro. They feel like they at a negative. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they don't have no advantages. They feel like they're born to die broke. Like, that's why they end up the way they end up, because they feel like they're not going to succeed. But if you truly feel like you're going to succeed in any position that you're in, and you try your hardest to succeed, you're going to succeed. Like that's the difference. And all red pill is just letting the men know, like, look, bro, you don't have to do that, because the men that's really getting the bitches don't do that. The best thing to do as a man, which is what the red pill men tell you, is that it's to focus on yourself. And that's the best thing to do as a man, is to focus on yourself. Don't drain your energy by focusing on anything else. That's facts. Everything about the red pill is facts. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have Fresh and Fit. You do have, you know, you have some extreme motherfuckers. But at the same time, if you check Fresh and Fit page, bro, they be trying to help people with crypto, real life things. They be telling the men to get on their shit, stop worrying about these females. The content for the females is like, yeah, we have to show that the females is really delusional. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people know that it's entertainment as well. Not every female feel like those females on them panels. And they do be talking to them crazy, but you can't say that they points and shit that they be saying don't be accurate though. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, red pill conversations are X, Y, and Z, right? Until we have to hold men accountable. For an example, we can even bring up Kevin Samuels, right? His original content focused on having men become better men, right? But then he kind of switched his rhetoric a little bit to have his conversations have more red pill philosophy to it.
So he ain't never switched it.
You said I'm wrong?
He ain't never switched it.
Women got in his business.
Kevin,
I was gonna say women was calling him.
Yeah,
hold
they
on,
called him.
hold on.
But have you heard
the matter is this.
content though, when he was talking about men?
He was still talking about men. The thing with why that shit started happening is because women started calling him all live for talking about why you telling these men this. Like they was trying to defend the man on his shit, and he like, well, what kind of men do you want? And then they started to say what kind of men they wanted, and it was always high value men. And he's like, wait, how can you say you want a high value man when I'm telling men how to be high value men, and y'all telling me that I'm saying something crazy when all the high value men getting up there wasn't pulling bitches? That's why Elon Musk got 20 baby mamas or something after the fact that he got rich. He didn't have no baby mamas before he got rich. When he was working on PayPal, when he was grinding in the lab, coding and shit, he didn't have no bitches. Most of the people don't have bitches before they get rich. That is a fact. And it's a reason why. Because to get rich, you cannot be focused on bitches. If you focus on bitches, you never gonna get rich. That's why you see so many rich people get rich, rich men get rich and then decide to go crazy with the hoes, fool. It's a reason why. Because it's easier. Not only is it easier when you got money, bro. I mean, that's really what it is. It's just easier, fool. It's easier. You know, you can spend a little bag here and there, get the bitch come easy, pay the bitch to lead, like they be saying, and it's easy. It's easy. Whereas if you broke, you have to really spend time on it. Like, don't get me wrong, every man want bitches. But when you broke, you gotta spend time on it, yo. You can't just, you gotta spend time. You gotta work that motherfucker. You gotta call that night, be on the phone with her, chop it up with her for real. Like, it's different, bro.
Kevin was harder on men than he was on women.
But that's facts though.
He's a man. He can tell men how to.
But
he could tell women how to be women too. That's what men do. We align everything right, everything under the man. And I know you know this because if you believe in God, you should know this.
Listen, all red pill is it tells you the truth of what the nature is that you're facing. It's not to tell you you may have a bad actor that labels themselves red pill and gives a bunch of bad advice or say, hey, this is how you go fuck hoes or all of this other type of stuff. That does not automatically mean that that's what red pill represents. And it's gotten a bad name because of the different actors that then take it and manipulate it into being something completely different. All red pill is to tell, red pill can be applicable to anything. It's not just to women. It's not just to relationships. It could be money. All it does is it removes the veil from your eyes to show you what the truth is. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a couple different examples. The truth is, for example, is that if you get married without a prenup, but you get married to somebody that wasn't originally shooting in the gym with you, then it's a strong possibility that the family court laws that is set up at a time where women didn't have the options that they have today could put you at a disadvantage and have her take half of your shit when she wasn't with you shooting at the gym. That's just the truth. That's not something that they made up. The truth also is that women advocate against updating family court laws while advocating for the freedom to do what they want to do, while at the same time saying we deserve just as much pay as men because we work just as hard. Right there. So why would you update family court laws that were created at a time that wasn't beneficial? You know, it was beneficial to women because women didn't have the same rights that they have today. The truth is that women advocate against it.
Anton, what laws need to be updated?
Give me a second. Give me a second. On the flip side, you can say economically, you know, the truth is you can't spend your way to wealth. You know what I'm saying? On a very basic level, we always say, oh, generational wealth. It's a bunch of bullshit.
That's bullshit.
If you break down the true cost of home ownership, it's not necessarily beneficial for everybody because we don't take into account the true cost of maintenance, property taxes, escrow. And that's why you see a lot of people on the internet right now saying, oh my God, my mortgage jumped from $3,500 to $5,400 a month because they didn't take into account all of the additional costs. And you can say, oh, okay, well, generational wealth is making sure that we own a home forever. But in reality, you're not taking into consideration the true cost of when your property increases in value, you don't get that realized value because you didn't sell the house yet.
Facts. In fact, if your house value go up, now you paying more because you trying to maintain a house. That's what people don't understand. Like, and that's a talking point that a lot of people use, saying, "Oh, we don't have houses. We don't have houses." Well, if you did have a family house, do you not know that you have to pay the taxes and everything on that house? A lot of people don't be knowing that. So when they do realize that, now the house finna go into foreclosure because they never paid fucking taxes since their mama died, nigga, and that's 20 years ago. Like, that's the thing, bro, is that you can have all the resources in the world. You could be born rich, but if you never get the knowledge that you need to be able to use the stuff that you got, you better off being broke. You're better off being broke, real talk, if you don't have the knowledge but the resources. You have to have minimum the knowledge, because if you got the knowledge, you can always get the resources. It doesn't matter. It don't matter what you're born with, what you're born into. It don't matter. Get some knowledge, get up out that situation, and get you some money. We have a whole life to live. 60 years minimum. That's a long time to get right, bruh.
You getting this 30-year mortgage in which the first 10 to 15 years you're only paying interest, so you're dependent on the value of the house to raise. But then at the same time, you're paying more maintenance and you're paying more property taxes, which it creates a net negative sometimes depending on where you actually buy that property at.
That's
so the truth is that it's not just a term that we can apply to it to say, hey, everybody buy a home, because it's not conducive for your lifestyle depending on where you buy it, how you buy it, what your property taxes are, and how much it skyrockets. You see everybody in DC, a lot of them are going into the negative because the federal workers is getting laid off, and now people can't even sell their home because it's flooded. You go over to Florida, you see everybody having a problem selling their home because everybody trying to get out of it. And these condos is you know what I'm saying, they getting high HOA fees. Like, we don't add all of that in there. And so basically all Red Pill is to break down the truth and to remove the veil from the talking points so that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. If a dude decides that he still want to get into a relationship even after having the information, cool. It doesn't mean that men are angry towards women. The problem is that women don't like the fact that men are becoming more educated about what they got to deal with.
Anton, what Red Pill meetings talk about all that?
I don't know any meetings.
All of them, I mean, yeah. All of them, shit. Every Red Pill person, even the ones that talk bad about the women, even them motherfuckers be having real life advice in that shit for real. Now, some I ain't gonna lie, like, I have not seen none, like, no Red Pill niggas that was just mean to women off the real. Fresh and Fit, probably the worst one. But they be helping a lot too, fool. And they have especially Myron, that nigga be having a lot of real shit to say for real. He don't be getting on the women no more like that. He be talking about some real shit now. So it's just, I don't know. Fool.
Conversations, because any real pill rhetoric I've ever heard do not touch on none of that.
But that's because you're not in the spaces to actually listen to it.
Facts. That's another thing too, is that they probably just looking at clips online. They not actually following the channel that posts those clips and actually looking at the full video. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too.
If you listen, and I hate to do this. I hate to do this because I don't even rock with Fresh and Fit. But the truth of the matter is, if I'm being 100% objective, is that most people pay attention to their late night show where they kicking women out. But a lot of their content is focused on making sure that the guys get their education when it comes to finances and cryptocurrency. They do a lot of shows on real estate, finances, cryptocurrency, credit, all of that stuff. But they don't get, and again, I'm not a fan of them or anything like that, but I have to be objective enough to say that they do the majority of their content on educating guys on fit.
Y'all, what the fuck? That shit just said Doshi has won Woman of the Year. My shit flipped, but just flip it again, bro. Women of the Year. Doshi just won Women Music of the Year, Billboard. Doshi, this is the motherfucker that just said that a straight black man is a red flag. You can't tell me that shit not worse than this. Come on, bro. You can't tell me that saying a straight black man is a red flag isn't worse than a red pill man fresh and fit saying, bitch, you not qualified. You can't tell me that it's not worse. This is crazy.
Making sure that you get healthy, getting your finances right. They do that stuff. That is a part of red pill.
I ain't ever seen no fresh and fit nigga win man of the year. No. The people who win man of the year be the ultimate simps, fool. The ultimate simps. That's how you know women dictate this whole culture right now. Women are dictating the whole culture right now. Trump almost didn't win facing a woman. A woman? You telling me a woman almost won president of the United States? A woman? Like, bro, I'm telling you, fool. And then a lot of black men didn't vote Trump because of women. They woman told them, if you vote Trump, I'm leaving you. Niggas was getting unfriended on Facebook, unfollowed on Twitter, deleted off Instagram if they voted for Trump. They trying to control you with pussy. Imagine being a man and saying, no, you don't want to lose this girl because you can't fuck no more. You get controlled by pussy.
Content. It's not all about women. That's just the part that's popularized.
You know, that's what they also push because they know they can get paid by being cruel to women on their show. Like, granted, yeah, there are different levels, and they do have content where they allegedly tell men about, you know, getting fit and getting money, but that's not what their real focus is, because that's not what's driving their revenue. Well, in fact, they've been demonetized from almost every platform, but when they were still monetized, the most of their monetization came from the crazy interactions between them and women in their studio. It wasn't because they were going viral for telling men to invest in whatever, and 100 men did so, and they all became.
Why does it matter what goes viral? He's still posting it. The fact that he's still posting it, his core followers are watching the shit that he posts, period. Like, don't get granted, the shit that goes viral isn't necessarily helping everyone, but the stuff that goes viral, period, never helps anyone. You would never see any information going viral that actually helps. Ever. Because it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
That never happened.
That's not the algorithm.
They only go viral from pulling up bullhorns and calling.
Basing if information is good based off what goes viral is crazy. Basing a person off of what goes viral is crazy. That's crazy.
Women bitches and throwing them out.
Basing a space off of what social media shows you is crazy.
That they got raped. I've literally heard and throwing them out and telling them that they're the reason that they got raped. I've literally heard them say, "Oh, well, you got to kind of consider you chose him. If you got violated,
you're missing the point.
Pardon?
You're missing the point.
That's like me going into a school with a motherfucker. That's like me going on a drill with somebody that I know scary. Like, I'm knowing something gonna happen. That's like me going against a school bully. Like, I gotta be ready to be like, okay, if I get in a relationship with a female that I know talk back to me, it's like me expecting one day to be like, hey, I'm the big guy. She not finna go for that. I might get beat. Shit.
I'm not missing the point. I wasn't done making my point if you'll let me finish. So what I was saying was that What I was saying was that like what Jess was saying, the overall consensus of Red Pill is not to prop men up and make them better. That might be a sub part of it, but the majority of it is we're men, they're women. We are better than them. Women are the enemy. They're against you. They want to use you. They're no good. They have this negative mindset and idea about women and companionship.
That's a subculture of Red Pill. That's not the main Red Pill.
Men who never really knew who they were as men and never really had positive interactions with women. And so now those men are bitter and upset because they're kind of lame and they don't really know how to engage with women just off of their personality. So they look at people like Fresh and Fit or these other hardcore red pillars that say, you need the money, you need the access, and that's how you get the bitches. And it's
That's
like,
not
no,
what
you're
they
talking
say, and that's not
you're talking to. That's what
But
they say.
ask her, is it facts or
what
not?
they be saying.
Like,
And
ask
it's
her,
like,
is
oh,
that
you might
facts
get
or
a
not?
certain
That's what I'm saying. Anton said that's not what they say. Some of them do say that. But what I'm saying is that is the subculture of red pill. That is not the main thing of red pill. The main thing of red pill is actually waking up the men, waking us up for real. Now the subculture is talking crazy to the women because some of these women is out of line. They need to get talked crazy to. Really, they need to get hands put on them for real. But like niggas can't do that. So like at least talk crazy to them. Something gotta work. If we can't discipline you like we could discipline our kids, then we just gotta talk to you and try to discipline you through the talk. Like that's how it goes, bro. And you know what I'm saying? But if it don't work, it don't work. But just because it don't work in real life, don't mean it can't go viral. Because if it go viral, that means it's working to some extent. Somebody watching that shit, believing that shit. Now, do most of the men that watch Red Pill talk crazy to women? I can't say that. But do most of the men that watch Red Pill actually change their life in a positive aspect? I can definitely say that.
Type of woman with that. You might attract a certain type of female with that. But for me, when I hear a lot of this red pill shit, it don't sound like any type of man that I would ever want my daughter to date because
What
they don't sound like
percentage
they don't even sound like they genuinely like women. They don't even sound like they like women. They just want women to know. They're like they feel proud because they have a platform to say, I'm a man, I got money, and I can tell you to your face that I only want you around just to fuck you. And if you don't like it,
and do the women that get their own money not have podcasts and shit where they say the same exact thing? Except the thing with them is that none of their talking points actually be true. Because every female that be on them podcasts single as shit really want a nigga for real. And if the nigga, they dream dude came around, they would go. Whereas if you got these men like this, a lot of men, if they dream girl came around, like they would literally be like, nah, I'm cool because I got to keep focusing on me. That's the difference. The women really be fronting for real. It's really some men out here really standing no business about that red pill shit for real. Some of them feminist women, bro, most of the feminist women really want a man, and some of them actually have men. Like, that's the crazy part about it. Now, does some red pill men maybe a simp behind doors? I can't see it. It ain't no way that a red pill man is really a simp behind doors. Like, I just can't see it.
Then fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been thrown a bone and now they're carrying it around and thinking that being mean and cruel and nasty towards women is what gets them women.
What are you
which
talking
is
about?
like very stupid to me. It's very stupid to me.
Listen, I'm not speaking on him. I use him as one example to illustrate a point about the fact. First of all, y'all, again, and it just shows you how
everybody has an opinion. Everybody's opinions are wrong.
Wait, Jazz, you gotta let him finish.
You're 100% wrong.
Right.
Just because it's your opinion don't mean it is right.
Exactly. But no,
you're wrong. The fact of the matter, listen, do you even know where red pill come from?
You can't tell me my opinion is wrong.
Do you know where red pill comes from?
It doesn't matter. You can't tell nobody their
opinion
is wrong.
Oh, so the plight of African Americans. No. The history and the plight of African Americans. That matters when we're talking about what's going on with Black people in 2025.
We're not talking about them no more. Let's talk about people you don't like.
The inception of where red pill comes from, that doesn't matter. So history only matters when it's applicable to your point. It doesn't matter when it's applicable to everybody else. Actually, here, I'll educate you a little bit so that you can get some insight. You and Jess. Where it comes from is the movie The Matrix. And what happens in The Matrix is they offer him the blue pill so that he can go into La La Land and still pretend like everything is normal and they're basically being programmed to think a certain type of way. Or you can take a red pill and see the ugly truth of what the world really is. For example, men don't get love. There is no safety nets for us. If we fail, then we just fail. If we don't pay our child support, we go to jail. If we get homeless, then nobody gives a fuck about us. There is no safety net for men. There is nothing that is coming to save us. So what Red Pill, for example, says is
on the other hand, put women in them instances, and it's always gonna be somebody trying to help them, bro. If they fail, they lose their job, they got somewhere to go every time. They got women's shelters. They literally got women's shelters everywhere. Everywhere they got women's shelters. You got women support lines. You got women support groups. You got people who will donate to single mothers. You got people who like it's a difference, bro.
Listen, you got to make sure that you take care of yourself, focus on yourself, focus on getting to the money, focus on being successful. Everything else comes with it. The women comes with it. This comes with it. This comes with it. And then you have the option to choose, and you increase your options, or you can decide that you don't want to participate in the first place. Whatever you decide to do is up to you, but all Red Pill is, and y'all got to stop boxing everybody else into the same box. All Red Pill is telling you the truth of what's going on in the world. That's it. Nothing more. If somebody decides that he want to call a chick a bitch, then that's him. That don't have nothing to do with Red Pill. If a dude decides that he want to go and get married and give all of his money to his woman, that's him, as long as he knew the truth before he does it. All Red Pill is showing you what the truth is before you jump into it and put yourself in a situation, and then you can't say that I didn't know better before I did it. That's all it is.
So if that's the case, Anton, how you explained it, would you consider, because you saying that, I wouldn't consider Fit and Fresh that then. How you explained it, I wouldn't see them falling under that category.
You talking about one group of the Red Pill men. Like, I don't know how did he really get back on that? He just explained it. He literally just explained it perfectly. He said, now if it's one person calling a woman a bitch, that's on him. That's on them. That is one part of the pill, the Red Pill. But it's multiple parts of it, and every part of it make up what Red Pill community is. Not just one thing, one person. That's like them saying one person define the whole group, and everybody know that's false. One person does not define the whole group. Come on now.
Because you kind of gave a positive outlook of what Red Pill is, and they're definitely positive. Yeah, but what Fresh and Fit, they're not. I feel like they're a fake.
Again, the individual actors and how they use the information has nothing to do with whether or not the information is relevant. You can take anything that's good and make it bad. You can take anything that's bad and make it good. Like, you can take something, listen, the internet itself was not meant for what we're using it for today. Some people take it and they do unscrupulous things, and they do some really bad things on it. Other people take it and they use it for something that's good, or they use it to communicate or do more work more efficiently. You can take the tool and make it to be what you want it to be, but the fact of the matter is, it's just showing you the tool. It's just showing you the truth. That's it. Now, y'all want to take different people and try to label it because y'all mad at the fact that guys ain't operating the way that y'all want them to operate anymore. That's on you. I'm gonna say the same thing that the women say. Who hurt you?
Yeah, when I hear a lot of the Red Pill talking points, it just doesn't seem like it's advocating for men and women to come together in a positive way.
Okay, and it's feminism, and that's y'all best. That's women got feminism, men got Red Pill. Which one better? Because feminism don't speak for men and women being together either. And that's y'all biggest movement. I mean, that's literally the women rights movement is feminism. And that don't have nothing to do with men and women being together. So what is your point?
It's always about keeping women under your thumb and looking at a woman instead of like...
Yeah, see, people keep saying that I need to be on this shit. I understand why y'all say that shit. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get in touch with whoever I need to get in touch with to get on these panels. Because that's the thing with these panels is that they get too single-sided on the thing. Saying, are Red Pill men ruining relationships? Great question. To the people who don't have no education. A better question would be, is feminism ruining relationships? Because Red pill is literally the counteraction to feminism, which is the blue pill. It's literally the counter reaction. So by asking if red pill men is bad, you have to ask is feminism bad too, because they literally directly, you know what I mean?
A companion or somebody that can actually add value to your life as like somebody to use, and they're an enemy towards you.
Because the fact of the matter is there's a lot of women that don't add value to your life. They look
okay, but there's also a lot of women that do. So my thing is, if we know that there are a lot of women that aren't like that, why is the obsession with talking about the women that are toxic and are negative?
Because in our culture today,
if you are
there's more negative than positive as far as different women as
no, that's not true. That's not true.
Absolutely
that's
true.
what that's what men are. Then that's what these men are deliberately choosing men. Then they need to choose better. Then they need to choose better. Because if we know
they need to, that's why the knowledge is there for us to choose better. That's why the knowledge is there for us to choose better. That's exactly, she's proving the point.
All for the minority.
No, but the thing is, you can play all these semantic gymnastics
good women, and then you have the majority of the women over here that got the same fucking starter kit. They look the same, they talk the same. The majority of them think the same, they operate the same, and they doing the same thing against guys, and they getting the same results. Then you got to look at the majority and say, you know what? That doesn't make sense.
That's not the majority though, and that's what I'm trying to say. It's like it becomes the majority because everybody is hyper fixated on the negative aspects of women and men and dating in general.
But you're hyper fixated on the red pill.
I don't have these weird ass problems with men, right? The
women. It's always I don't have these problems. It's always that's what you always go to. That's her go to. I don't have these problems with it. I don't have these problems. Does the individual relate to the whole group? If it's one person that's successful in the hood, does that mean every person in the hood is successful? No. Just because you don't have men issues, which if you didn't have men issues, I would expect the ring to be on one of them fingers. Because why not? But anyways, if you don't have men issues, baby, that's just you.
Women in my life, we don't have these weird ass problems.
I don't have problems either, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't.
And I'm not around men. I'm not around grown single men that are established that have this nasty viewpoint towards women. They don't fear dating. They don't fear dating.
Made up in your mind, so it don't matter.
They don't fear dating because somebody gonna use them. They're living their lives and they're intentional with how they move, and they're also very selective on who they date. I think a lot of times these men, right, who are obsessed with the red pill and kind of misconstrue the message, because I'm not saying there isn't a positive thing to take from it, but I think they use it as a way to, like, instead of
baby, the question was, are red pill men running relationships? You just said they misconstruing the message. You just said that you don't think that the red. You just said what you say again?
They use it as a way, isn't a positive thing. That's what the red pill and kind of misconstrue the message, because I'm not saying there isn't a positive thing to take from it, but I think they use it as a way to, like, instead of finding a good woman that compliments them, they want someone to dominate over because they've been played before.
Or they just realize that they don't need women at all, and women are a help. See, that's the thing. We're getting back, and y'all mad because guys finally got a microphone.
Nobody is mad at y'all. I'm more so mad because y'all fixated on negative things, and you wonder why you don't have positive results.
I, like you, for example, I don't have problems in my life, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to advocate for updating family court laws, because I think that when you're in a position of power, you should use your platform for things that actually is transformational and not wait until you're under duress to have a conversation about it, because at that point, nobody cares.
Okay, who created these laws that you want women to advocate to change?
What you mean? It was necessary. I think that the laws were good.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, who created the laws that you want women to now advocate to
legislators.
change?
They did it for the protection of
legislators. Who were these legislators?
I don't know them by name, if that's what
you don't know them by name. Were they majority women? Were there majority women?
No, it were men.
They were men. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it up for us as women to advocate for these changes? If men are upset about the laws that they created, shouldn't they be the ones advocating
Who
to
said
change
it's
it?
up to the wait? Who said it was up to the women to advocate? Anton Daniels literally just said that that's why he got his platform to advocate. When he said that women advocate, he was saying that women advocate against it. You know, women can advocate too, not just men. Jazz, she's so confusing. She's just a confused person.
Answer that question for you. And I'm going to make it very simple. Because at the time that they were created, you didn't even have the ability to vote.
Okay, so now that we do now,
Wait, we
and allowing us to vote. Thank you for not going upside our head.
We created it to protect you. We were
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now that we've gotten past that.
Wait, because I know that you want to do this. But now, when y'all have the choice to do what you want, you know what you do? You advocated for feminism. You advocated against family court. Advocated against keeping the family together. We attached ourselves to Section 8. We attached ourselves to the federal government, and they incentivized us to break up our family. When y'all had the option to choose for yourselves, and it's not every woman, but a lot of women, this is exactly what happened. And then they hijacked it.
And is that what's still happening?
White women incentivized y'all. White women incentivized y'all. Hijacked the civil rights movement, replaced it with the feminism movement. That was just then hijacked and replaced by the LGBTQ plus community in addition to DEI. And so what happened was y'all realized that it didn't benefit y'all, but at the same time, you still advocated against it because by the time that you aged out, nobody gave a fuck about y'all opinion no more. So when we created something, when you didn't have the ability to do it for yourself, that was good for you to protect you because you didn't have the ability to work for yourself and make the same type of money as us. Now that you're equal, now that your vote means the same, now that your vote means the same as ours, now that you're
equal, thank men for finally treating women like human beings.
Now that you guys
deserve an award for that.
Y'all was treated like women beings off the rip. They did that out of saying that we need to do something for y'all. In reality, they didn't need to. There is no other countries that has laws like America do because they felt like they had to do it because they wanted to help you. When in reality, it didn't help, it hindered. Same thing with the government assistance. They put that out thinking that they wanted to help you, but it turned into abuse. Like motherfuckers started abusing the system. And what happens when you abuse the system is you start to rely on the system because if you can't abuse the system, you can't win because that's all you know to do is to abuse the system. You don't know how to actually beat the system. You feel me? That's a big difference. So that is the reason why certain things that they try to do to try to help doesn't get viewed as trying to help because of the people that using it. And the people that's using it is not trying to help. They actually trying to abuse it. People getting on government assistance, not for the help. They're using it so they don't have to work. That's a big difference. Now, if you use government assistance just for the help, you will actually get benefits from it and be able to continue in life and actually succeed from that. But if you abuse it and you know what I'm saying, you rely on it, it's no way possible for you to beat the system because you trying to use the system. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's a big difference. So that's what Anton Daniels is basically saying, that they made these women rights laws for women to be able to have some type of benefit if they was to get divorced so they just wouldn't be broke as fuck. But what happened is that women started to abuse that system so that when they break up, they getting half regardless in a different time period, whereas back then they didn't have shit. But now they actually coming out with something off the rip. Then they winning on the back end as well. They double dipping. Now. That's a big difference, bro. So that's why he's saying what he's saying. I don't know how she don't understand that. But that is a big difference between the two. Abusing the system and using the system and beating the system. Two different things. You feel me? So yeah.
Stop. Because you the main one that tell people don't overtalk you. Don't interrupt you when you talking. And this is exactly what happens.
Start making some sense. Because my patience is running thin.
Now that you have the ability to work and do what you want to do and vote how you want to vote and choose where you want to live and you don't have to subject yourself to a man, and you pick how you want to pick, and you have free autonomy with your body, your choice. You control the access to be able to birth a child. You do whatever the fuck you want. Now we're saying, okay, well, since we're going to make it equal, let's make it equal across the board. You should not by default get the kid if you're not the best parent. You should not by default automatically be put on child support. And there's a lot of things that need to be updated that was created at the time when y'all didn't have the option to choose for yourself.
Anton, what need to be updated?
That's all we're saying.
Why he keep asking that shit? What do you mean when nigga it's
updated? What laws need to be updated?
I think that we need to absolutely remove child support if somebody chooses to leave the house.
I agree. So that means that more men will not leave their seeds after they put one in a woman then.
I think that
or maybe the women won't take the carry the baby to term because now they knowing that they not finna get no incentive from carrying the baby without the man there. That's the one. It's not, oh, more men won't nut in a bitch. I mean, we're creatures. We 9 times out of 10 a nigga gonna nut in the motherfucker regardless. We don't give a. We already got the child support worry, and we still do it. So it's not a fact that men's gonna stop doing it. No, it's women that's winning from child support, not men. Women win from child support. So if they took away child support, women would 9 times out of 10 stop letting these niggas nut in them or stop carrying these babies to term. That's the one, Jazz.
Absolutely abolish.
Because they had to put child support in place in the first place because men were just dropping their seeds and just leaving them.
No, it was put in place because women were carrying kids to term and the man was leaving and they was left out on their own with no help other than family. So they put in child support to incentivize the dad to come back. However, the dads was getting hit by child support and still not coming back. Like niggas is thinking like, nigga, $500 a month, fuck it. You can have that shit. Fuck it. And then we just learning that shit as a mistake because at first men wasn't giving a fucking just nothing in the bitch off the rip. Now child support is an issue, so like it's less men, but shit, niggas is still nutting in bitches. The only way that men's gonna stop nutting in bitches if they like double the child support. Even if they double it, it's still gonna be some man nutting in these hoes, fool. It's like that is just something that's gonna happen regardless. It might be less. 9 times out of 10, it's definitely gonna be less. But it's still gonna be some doing it, bro. Cause some men just don't give a fuck. Like they don't give a fuck if $500 coming out they check a week. They don't care. That shit is nothing, bro. Like, and they don't mind it coming out because it's like I did lay down with the bitch. Fuck it, she could get a little bit. I can help the kid a little bit, but then that's like the reason why child support is bad because it's like the men is paying that. We have no problem paying that, but then it's like okay, since we paying it, that's replicating from me from having to be there for my son. They should instead do it like it should be another way they do it, bro. That is too easy to abuse that system. It's too easy. It's easy to abuse it as a man, and it's easy to abuse it as a woman. A woman could abuse it by living off of it. A man could abuse it by nutting the bitch, having to pay it, whatever the case may be, and just not having to see the kid because he paid it. It should be a difference. Like, okay, we gonna put you on child support, but if you go see your kid and take care of your kid in person, we'll take you off. That will incentivize more men to actually go and see their kids, and you know what I'm saying? Because now they have a reason to avoid not seeing their kid. You feel me? They have a reason to go see their kid.
He didn't even ask you the question. He asked me the question.
I'm just saying I agree. So that then maybe men, if we eradicate child support, maybe men will be smarter.
I think that we absolutely should. I think that
maybe men will. I'm just saying I agree. So that then maybe men, if we eradicate child support, maybe men will be smarter.
I think that we absolutely should.
Like, why would getting rid of child support make men smarter with their sperm? Nigga, it would do the exact opposite. If they got rid of child support, men would start nutting these bitches at astronomical rates. Nigga, like crazy rates. It will be over. It will be over. Every bitch will be knocked up. Like, what is he talking about?
I think that we should do testing at birth. You should absolutely be able to test at birth. Did you know that a woman can put depending on what state that you're in, for example, Trey, that a woman can attach a man's name to a birth certificate and force him to pay child support for a child that may not even be his. And even if he proved that it's his, after she put his name on the birth certificate, he could still be held liable for that. And it has been guys that has been sent to jail as a result of it, because the state cares more about the payment that comes through, because it's basically an institution that's real systematic. It's an institution that's created to continue to keep these judges and keep the system in place and keep the lawyers employed, instead of actually doing the thing that's in the best interest of the child. Men go to jail every day for children that aren't theirs, that are proven to not be theirs, but it doesn't even matter because it's left up to the discretion of the court. That should be changed 100%.
Anton, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you said something like we should be fighting for the majority and not the minority. Did you say something like that?
I said when we speak on issues, specifically with relationships, we speak on what the majority is doing and not the minority.
Okay. Because I think and maybe what you're saying, it wasn't applicable to this, is I think that the things you said are probably true, but I think they happen probably 1% of the time.
It does. It happens every day.
The majority of men that are on child support aren't even paying full child support. 30% of them pay nothing.
Yeah, but if they don't pay, there's a warrant out for their arrest. And more importantly,
that's
even if it is, and even if for the ones that don't have a warrant out for their arrest, here's the key. That child support debt never goes away.
Arrears.
Correct.
100%. They get charged interest, they get charged arrears. And if you don't pay it, I know a guy whose children are grown and he still owes back child support.
Well, tell him to take care of his kids. Why is it so
want to have that conversation?
Why is it so easy for these men to walk away?
Trey asked me a question. He said, "What laws should be updated?"
And that's not always the situation. They not taking care of their kids that they pay child support. Because I done watched plenty of men. I have watched plenty of men take. Well, it's a lot of people's fault. I don't understand why you don't know what accountability is and why you so snappy. The problem is, like I said, I know plenty of men that pay child support, and at the same time, what they do is take care of their kids. I watched my ex-husband. I watched him fight that system. I watched woke women like you go in there and try to convince.
Why did he have to fight for his kids?
He didn't have to fight for his kids. We was raising the kids and he was still paying child support because that's who he is. What I'm saying is there's different situations and nuances. And for some reason you think everything
is taken care of them? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. That's my point. It's called nuance. It's called a gray area. But you're saying things one way.
Child support.
And all.
But we were just talking about
it depends. Well, because child support has been abused. And don't sit here and act like you don't know that. Like, I don't know how you just sit there.
I know it can be abused.
Okay, so why won't you acknowledge certain things that you know to be true just so you could be combative?
I'm not. What I'm saying, what I noticed about you, particularly, Nikki, you lean very...
You ain't noticed nothing about me because I ain't said nothing.
You don't hold accountability for men at all. I hold accountability for both sides.
You don't know me.
That's the difference between you and I.
The difference between you is I've been watching you for over a year and you've only seen me maybe once.
Fan. A fan.
No, not a fan. The fan is for this show. But I actually do. I like the nuances on the show.
Yeah.
And you are a very pretty girl, but your spirit is very ugly. That's the problem with you.
That's your opinion.
It is, because that's what you present. Like, because you know certain things to be true, you are very disingenuous. I know that on both sides is some bull. And I also know that you got, especially with laws going on and all this stuff going on in the judge's office, these women sitting here running everything, they got grudges. Ain't nothing first. It needs to be rearranged. I'm not saying it should just be removed, but it definitely should be secured for pure deadbeats. Because if we don't have the money to pay something and they got to wait till we get paid, why do we expect them to just pop up with it magically? Why we can't wait till they get paid? You got a lot of women out here, they'll call and say the baby needs some shoes, and if he don't bring it right now, it's a whole issue. But hell, if you didn't have it, he got to wait till you get paid. Ain't nobody coming to collect child support on you. You a deadbeat too, and you sitting right in the house, probably don't even beat her. Like, come on now. So everybody need to be held accountable. Child support, I think, is for straight deadbeats, because spending time and helping out and having that physical man in the house helping you with your child counts too, because you have to do the same thing. Child support should be for men who just literally just do not care.
But
Facts. That's what I feel like. That's what I was saying. Like, I just feel like child support should be for the men who not whatever. And then if they step up and do whatever they gotta do, I feel like that shit should go away. You know what I'm saying? But I understand like somebody could step up and then get child support taken off and they just go back away. Then they have to refile and everything. I understand that. But I'm just saying like it has to be some type of string right there. And if not, I mean, at the end of the day, shit, men could just be like, fuck it, let me just be in my child life all the way and be with the baby mama, and I don't have to worry about child support at the same time. So at the end of the day, it really don't fucking matter, to be honest, bro. The laws and shit really don't matter because we gonna always face laws that's not right towards the times. These niggas don't go through the laws every year and change laws. Like, that's not happening. So I don't really care about them laws like that. It's just understanding what culture we living in, the situation we living in, and understanding how to maneuver and beat the system. That's it. Beat the system and you good, man. Appreciate you for watching the video. I got 3 videos on the screen right now. You got to click one: Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. At the top, I'm live on Twitch every night. I'm finna go live on Twitch actually in like an hour. So be sure to tune in. Fuck with your boy Vic. It's be your boy Vic Reacts, and I appreciate you for watching the vid, man. Peace.